All right, shalom, shalom. It's not Jimmy's lesson. Come back at you. Before I do get into this lesson, I want to start by giving our honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Recha HaKodash. That's up the boundaries of my apostles, elders, great millstone, taught me the 100% truth of the Bible and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. You know, this is going to be a little part two. Part two that Israel is scattered, because I kind of wanted to grab something else real quick. So it might not even be 10 minutes, might not even be that long. It might just be quick and straight to the point. After reading, I went through Jeremiah 29:14, right? Got that Matthew 10:5, also that Ezekiel, you know, Ezekiel 36:24 about the Lord, gathering, Israel out of all the places which He had driven them, right? And I kind of wanted to expound on that a little bit more, right? Especially hitting this Matthew 10, and I'll read that again. Matthew 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahweh sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, right? Not dealing with the natural Gentiles, right? But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? So just proving that the Lord, right, Lord Yahweh Shai, was for who? The lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? I'm going to get something else to prove that, right? This is Matthew, 15:24. Yep, this is St. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, and this is red letter, right? So this is what? Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, right? I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? So the Lord wasn't sent for anybody but the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Israel that was scattered abroad, right? Israelites, Israelites, and even in his time, right, who didn't know who they were, right, who were worshiping the idols, worshiping these pagan gods, living as the heathens lived, right? And then, but even more so in this time, because we were all discontinued from our heritage. We all had fallen away, right? That's what the Lord said. He was going to discontinue us from our heritage. Let me get that. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Even thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I have gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. And that's exact. Oops, like it. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right. So that's what. And that's exactly what happened. We were discontinued from our heritage, especially right in these times, right? Because what? This is the first captivity that we served where we didn't know who we were, right? When we came over here in these cargo slave ships, right? When this double touchdown over here in the late 1400s committed mass genocide to the so-called natives and Hispanic tribes, so-called Hispanic tribes, right? This devil stripped us, of our nationality and gave us and conquered us and gave us labels that he saw fit, right? So when the Lord said, so now that it means a lot more even now, because we are all lost sheep of the house of Israel, man, right? Because we're all living after the ways of the heathen, man. So now we can, now with that, right, we can go to the book of Matthew, all right back in it, chapter 24, all right, verse 31. So we got that same Matthew 10:5, right, and then that same Matthew 15:24 showing you that the Lord was coming for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Now fast forward to his return, right? Because it all ties in. This is saying Matthew 24 and 31. I'm going to start at 30. And it reads, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." Right? The Lord's going to come, crack the skies with that angelic host, right? With that angelic army, with the angels of heaven and the chariots, with the word ignorantly calls UFOs. He's going to come back in his glory, man. Right? He's not coming to meet thee as a man, right? Like he did as Lord Yahushua when he was on the scene, right? But he's coming in his glory, right? He's coming back to conquer, right? It reads verse 31, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." And those chariots are going to be beaming people up, are going to be saving people, because the Lord is going to be destroying this place, right? But simultaneously saving and delivering the elect, right? From one end of the heaven to the other. So wherever Israel is scattered, that's where they're going to be delivered, right? And as we already read, Israel is scattered amongst, the four corners of the earth, man, right? So that cuts that flee doctrine too. You don't have to leave where you at to be saved and delivered. You have to trust and hope and have faith that the Lord is going to deliver you right where you at now, right? So now let's back something up real quick on who the elect is, right? This is Isaiah 45 and 3. "And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and the hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which call thee by thy name, am the God of Israel." Right? Verse 4. "For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me." Right? So the Lord the Lord has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. The Lord has made Israel his elect. Israel is his elect, right? As it was written this time, and as it is to this day, man. The Lord changes not. Malachi 3 and 6, right? So now we know that all of Israel, right, isn't going to be saved. 2/3 are going to have to cut off and die by pain here, right? For not repenting and not turning back. But what? That remnant, there's a remnant left. That 1/3, the 144,000 men who give up their body as a living sacrifice, along with the men, women, and children who sincerely believe. And that 1/3 remnant makes up the elect. The elect is still Israel. It don't never change. No universalism, no replacement theology where the heathens are now us and we are cast away or thrown out or everybody's called into one. No. The Lord's chosen people is still in effect. It is still Israel. It will always be Israel, because even the 2/3, after they die a horrible and gruesome death, they still gonna be born into the kingdom of heaven through the ones that they elect. They still gonna get the kingdom, right? They just won't get saved and delivered on their side, right? So I just wanted to grab that real quick. Lord willing, that was edifying. Trying to see if I wanted anything else. Um, you know, just proving that when the Lord comes back, when he was on the scene, right, he was coming for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right, and when he returns, it's for Israel, right, and he's going to gather his elect. He's going to gather us from which we were scattered, right. Just backing that up, like we read in Ezekiel 36 and 24 and Jeremiah 29. But that's really pretty much the point. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, man. Israel is scattered. Salvation is for Israel. Deliverance for Israel. And, with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. Peace and love to your elect. Shalom.